Hey guys, this is going to be my first video of this little media industry series out of 10, so let's get this started. So today I picked an article. It was called Cutting the Cord. It was all about like the future of television, and like the main quote at the top was television is having its digital revolution moment. So basically it was just about like cable and how crazy high a cost it is nowadays, and like what people are finding as like a alternative solution. So basically this is definitely talking about like YouTube and Netflix, and I think there's Hulu as well, and Amazon also has a couple different streaming things, and it's basically like TV today is ridiculously expensive. Like I don't even know for sure how much my parents pay for our cable bill, but I'm sure it's well over $100 for the package that we have, and especially everybody likes to record TV because you don't want to miss everything anymore. So it's definitely more expensive than it used to be, and people are definitely going to alternatives like Netflix. I definitely go to Netflix myself. I watch or binge watch it all, and it has like majority of the shows that people watch, although it's not as up to date. You can still pretty much watch what you want. That's definitely one thing like that streaming is missing a little bit, and like Netflix, you're not really getting like current TV. I know they are talking about possibly moving in towards that, which would definitely take a big, huge hit towards real cable TV, losing that we're in the current season kind of thing. So it's definitely, there's a thread out there about the cable TV. There was a part in the article it talked about, it said, the high cost of cable TV in America, combined with dire customer service and the rise of appealing on-demand streaming services as inexpensive substitutes, would drive millions to cut the cord with their cable providers, which is where they got the title from. So basically, like, the crazy high costs of the cable stations is kind of causing people to, like, break off with them and move on doing their own thing, like streaming online, because it's just way cheaper. Like, Netflix is, like, less than $20 a month, and you can watch as much as you want. Ooh, definitely a lot cheaper. Like, it's basically, like the article is basically explaining like how American households are starting to hack away at like cable cords or whatever. They have like a picture of a bunch of people like pulling and ripping at the cords behind the TV and like hacking them, which is actually kind of funny because it's definitely what it's doing. But it's like they're saying like, oh, a lot of people are doing it, but it's really only about like 1% or so a year that are actually like dropping out. So I don't know. I think they're really pulling at it. Like the TV isn't going anywhere right now. It's definitely going somewhere later on, but probably not for like at least 10 years, maybe. I don't know. That's just my opinion. Like I don't think much is gonna happen just yet to like TV media industry, TV or whatever you call it. It's definitely gonna take a big hit, but not right now. Like they're still racking in a lot of money from all their shows and their stations and all that kind of stuff. Like even though it's more expensive than ever, people are not going to break away if they can't get their shows. Like if I couldn't get my shows, I would be really sad. Yeah, so like this like changing of their minds is totally threatening like the industry. People are becoming less loyal, and a lot of people who like cut the cord don't come back. Like I'm sure my parents talked about it a bunch of times, like cutting off our cable and like every relation we have to it and just sticking to online. And honestly, we probably wouldn't even bother to go back. Like realistically, half of what we watch we record or we watch later on, and a lot of the stations you could go online and watch like last week's episode anyway, so what's the point in paying for the cable anyway if you can just go online and watch the episode that you missed later on too. And then you have Netflix if you want to catch up, like and every time a new season starts, the last season they put on. So I don't know how Amazon and Hulu work, but that's something with that. And oh yeah, and like even though the cable companies like offer these fancy packages like links with like your phone and all that other stuff, it's not gonna make a big difference. Like I highly doubt that, oh, you can get your phone bill for only $30 extra a month instead of like 80 or whatever it is. Like I still don't really think like that small change would make everybody give up streaming and go over. Like people, the internet is like it's the new age. It's the internet. It's like we're not gonna give up the internet. We're gonna do what we need to do. And like the business aspect of the media industry is definitely going to be taking a huge hit, and they're definitely going to do anything they can probably to like avoid being left in the dust. I know the article talked about that. Like the media industry of TV is not going to give up. They're going to fight as hard as they can to be able to stay in the